Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this video for the solar season of Scorpio. I'm so excited to have you here. So for those of you who are new, hello, welcome in. I do have a tutorial video to take you through the little bit of tips that I have to offer you on how to get the most out of these readings. You can go ahead and watch that tutorial video if you feel called. It is not necessary, but it is a supportive tool that is there for you if you are looking for that. So for those who are not new, hello, welcome back in. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you all know how much I appreciate being able to support you with these readings. I love the feedback I've been getting from you guys, and it's really an honor to have found a way to serve and show up for you all and for myself in this fun way as we play with the powerful sacred tools of the cards and the solar and lunar cycles of the astrological story. So, the sun is moving into the sign of Scorpio. That's why it's called the solar season. It's going to be in Scorpio from October 23rd until November 22nd. So when I talk about the month throughout this reading, I'm talking about the solar month, and I'm talking about this time frame between the 23rd to the 22nd. So what is the sun? Well, the sun represents the spotlight of our galaxy. So as the sun moves into the sign of Scorpio, in essence, we are spotlighting the Scorpion energy. So what are we spotlighting? Let's talk a little bit about what the vibration of Scorpio is. So first, I want to talk about the mode of the sign of Scorpio. So it's right there at the top where it says fixed/unchanging. So there's three different modes that a sign could be. The fixed sign is the full sign of any season. So in the northern hemisphere, Scorpio represents the fullness of fall. All Hallows Eve happens during this Scorpio season. And that's really the full energy of this fall vibration. Scorpio is also a water sign. That's the element it is in. The signs can be one of four elements. Water is the element that Scorpio is in, and the element of water represents our emotions. So essentially, the Scorpion energy is fixed water or unchanging emotions. The archetype of the Scorpio energy is the scorpion. So think about this diving deep energy, diving through the sand to get to the little drop of water that's at the depths of the desert. This is the energy that the scorpion vibe has. Now, fun fact, there's also another animal that represents the scorpion energy, and it's the eagle, which represents the higher perspective of the scorpion and also represents the transformative nature. It can be down on the earth, deep down, or it can be high and flying. So the Scorpio qualities you see listed there as resourceful, passionate, magical, observant, and unyielding. The Scorpio energy is like the detective of the zodiac. It is this very, very deep diving, resourceful energy. And like I mentioned, it has this energy of transformation and magic embedded in its vibration. So what we're going to do with these readings is we are going to find out which planets, the sun, the moon, and or your rising sign are in the sign of Scorpio. So if you aren't familiar with your chart, don't worry. I also have a tutorial video to help guide you through how to understand your chart, how to read your chart, and how to find out what planets are in the Scorpio sign for you. So we're looking at any of the planets. We're including Pluto. We're including the sun sign, the moon sign, and the ascending sign, which is the AC. So there's also a reading for those who do not have the planets, the sun, the moon, or the rising sign in Scorpio. It's essentially your sign of Scorpio is empty. So there's a whole reading that'll take you through that energy as well. Now also know that you could have multiple readings. You could have more than one planet in the sign of Scorpio. So my advice to you would be to watch the readings for each alignment that you have in Scorpio. And when I say alignment, I mean planet, the sun sign, the moon sign, or the rising sign. Now, an interesting thing to note about this solar season of Scorpio is that we are going to be experiencing 2 eclipses. These eclipse energies are going to be very, very powerful. They're going to be very, very felt in our lives. And I encourage you to check into the readings that I'll do for those eclipses. But I want you to be aware as we move into this Scorpio solar season that we are going to be having a solar eclipse with the new moon in Scorpio just 2 days after the sun moves into Scorpio. Very, very powerful vibration. This is going to reference the full moon eclipse that we had in Scorpio 6 months ago. And then we're going to have a lunar eclipse in Taurus later in the solar season of Scorpio. And so these energies are really going to be at play during the solar season. So I definitely have to mention them as we dive in. I will have individual readings to bring up the themes of these eclipses from 6 months ago into the present moment and guide us through this portal energy, this very powerful time in our cycle. And so I just wanted you to be aware that these energies are at play. Another fun thing that we like to do during the solar seasons is to kind of spy on the solar Scorpios. So essentially, anyone who has a birthday during this time frame, we're going to be kind of looking at them. We're going to be seeing how they shine. We're going to be learning from them how they express these observant, passionate, magical, and unyielding qualities. They can give us a lot of information about the Scorpio archetype, and then we can apply it to the planet or the area of our lives that we have Scorpio showing up for us. So if you want to support me for these readings, there are many ways to do that. You can comment on these videos. You can share these videos. You can also send me a donation at paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. Link is in the description. You can sign up for any of my services. I have a chakra meditation service. This service is only $14.40 a month. It's available on WhatsApp. We get new chakras every week, and it's really awesome. So you can sign up there. I'm also offering chart readings now. I will dive into your own personal astrology and give you a snapshot of what you are looking at in an energetic sense when it comes to your makeup. And you can support me by signing up for one of those. And that's how you can support me if you feel called. So we are going to be going to our spiritual support team to get guidance on how to navigate these Scorpio energies in our lives for this solar season with the Faery Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. So let's see what the Faery Oracle has in store for you. So this reading is for you if the planet of Saturn was in the sign of Scorpio when you were born. Now the planet represents the what of our astrological story, and the sign it's in represents how that what expresses. So the what of Saturn is your discipline and routine. And the energy of Scorpio is how you express discipline and routine. You're very fixed and emotional when it comes to your discipline and your routine. And discipline doesn't mean punishment. Discipline means structure. It means routines. It means being diligent to what you are working towards. So when it comes to your discipline and routine, you're resourceful, passionate, magical, observant, and unyielding. So I would say that if you haven't brought magic into your habitual life, definitely do that. And magic can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. I consider card reading to be a magical tool. I consider using gemstones to be magic. I consider speaking with my spiritual support team to be the way that I work with magic. I also work with the elements. I work with air. I work with fire. I don't know if you can see the flame here. It's hot. I won't pick it up. I work with the earth. I work with saging and smudging to clear energy. Okay, I work with sound to represent water. These are different ways that you can work with the elements with magic and bring it into your routine and structure. Let's see what your support team wants to tell you for this solar phase. So if you haven't already taken a few deep breaths, called in your spiritual support team, and opened your heart to receive the guidance most aligned for you at this time, I encourage you to do that. You got card number 13, Catch Me. Trust, surrender, leap of faith into the unknown. It is time to take a chance that many others may seem as very risky. But it is time, for if not now, when? On a mundane level, this beautiful card can indicate a person who takes what others may judge to be almost crazy risks. It may represent a person leaving a safe job, entering a new relationship wholeheartedly, making a move in life without having examined all the consequences. But she is not someone who is foolhardy. She sees no crazy risk because she is only acting in faith that the path of courage and trust is the only path she can take. When she acts out of inner guidance, there is absolutely nothing to fear, and thus fears aren't realized. Her feet, strong and bare, will leave the safety zone, and the healing path will be carried forward with her into the unknown adventure. She has transcended. Woohoo! My Saturn in Scorpios. Hello! Your focus this amazing solar phase of Scorpio is to get into a daily routine where you are communicating with your inner guidance. Because it is only when you are acting from this place of inner guidance that you are going to have the trust that what you are doing in your life is aligned for you. So I would add into my structures and my routines and my discipline time and a process for communicating with my inner guidance. For me, I have many different ways that I do it. I use the cards. I do card readings whenever I feel stuck to communicate with my own inner being. There's a meditation that I have. It's a beautiful meditation on Insight Timer. Comment in the comments if you want that meditation. I can't remember the name of it right now. But it's a beautiful meditation where you go and you have a conversation with your inner being. You can also ask for signs from the universe. Please show me a porcupine when this is aligned. I always just say the first thing that comes into my mind. Porcupine was it this moment. But you would say your own thing. You can also ask to be shown something 3 times. You can be asked to see a number. The number here is 13. Yeah, so the number 13 can confirm this message for you. But this is time to work with magic. This is time to work with your support team. This is time for you to have faith in the unknown. This is very hard for Saturn is your energy to do because the Saturn is your archetype is very structured and fixed. Scorpio is very fixed. But you're being invited to walk out of this fixedness or to get fixed within your own emotional guidance. That's really what's coming through for me. Because Scorpio's fixed emotions, you need to be anchored in these emotions within your discipline and your routine. Your discipline and routine has to involve diving down into the depths of your passions and your emotions on the daily so that you can know for certain what next step to take. Does this make sense? Let me know. Comment. Let me know how this is resonating for you. It's time, my friend, to create that process of connecting with your inner being. Whatever that process ends up being for you, everyone's going to have their own unique thing. Sometimes it's going to be prayer for certain people. Sometimes it's going to be communicating with a friend. It's going to be meditating. It's going to be listening to a song. It's going to be being open to whatever process you need to connect with your soul on a daily basis. Whatever routine. Set a sacred space for yourself. Set a routine for yourself and get serious about getting in touch with your inner guidance so that you can move forward with the trust and surrender that this beautiful fairy has, stepping off of this building with no visible means of being supported, but knowing that she'll be supported because her inner guidance is telling her there's something there you can't see and will support you. How do you get to that place of inner guidance and support on a daily basis? This is your quest, this solar phase. All right, my beautiful Saturns in Scorpios. As always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.